Have you ever noticed something strange about your own mind? It tells you things that feel true, but deep inside, something feels wrong. It whispers, "You can start tomorrow. You are not ready yet. You will probably fail anyway." And slowly, without realizing it, you start believing those voices. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into years, and before you know it, your own mind has quietly stolen your life. This is the story of a man who finally discovered the truth that changed everything. 2. Main character setup. Daniel was an ordinary young man, nothing special, no rich family, no powerful connections, just a small apartment, a simple job, and a long list of dreams he never started. He wanted to build something, start a business, learn new skills, become someone stronger. But every time he tried to begin, his mind would speak, "Not today. You are too tired. You need the perfect moment." And Daniel believed it because the voice sounded like his own thoughts. 3. Struggle and conflict. Every morning he promised himself, "Today I will change." But every night he went to sleep with the same feeling, regret. He would scroll on his phone for hours, watching other people succeed, watching other people build their lives, and a painful thought would appear in his head. Maybe I am just not meant for success. That thought stayed with him, day after day, year after year. His dreams slowly became smaller, his confidence slowly disappeared. And the worst part? Daniel believed the problem was him. He believed he was lazy, weak, undisciplined. But the truth was something else, something he had never questioned. One evening, after another wasted day, Daniel went for a walk. He sat alone on a quiet bench in the park. An old man was sitting a few steps away, watching the sunset. After a few minutes, the old man spoke. He asked a strange question. "Tell me, what lies have you been believing?" Daniel looked confused. "What do you mean?" The old man smiled slightly. Then he pointed at Daniel's head. "Your mind is a storyteller," he said, "but not every story it tells you is true." Daniel stayed silent. The old man continued, "Your mind wants comfort, not growth. So it creates excuses. It tells you you are tired. It tells you to wait. It tells you tomorrow will be better." Then the old man said something Daniel would never forget. "The most dangerous lies are the ones your mind tells you." 5. Realization and identity shift. That night, Daniel couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about those words. What lies have I been believing? For the first time in his life, he started questioning his own thoughts. When his mind said, "You are too tired," he asked himself, "Is that really true?" When his mind said, "Start tomorrow," he asked again, "Or is that just fear?" Slowly, something powerful happened. Daniel realized something shocking. His mind had been protecting him from discomfort, from effort, from failure. But that protection had turned into a prison. And for the first time, Daniel made a simple decision. He would no longer believe every thought in his head. 6. Core life lesson. From that day forward, Daniel started doing something different. Whenever his mind tried to stop him, he would ask one simple question: "Is this truth or just fear?" Sometimes the voice was loud. Sometimes it felt convincing, but Daniel kept moving anyway. Not because he suddenly became fearless, but because he finally understood something most people never realize. Your mind is not always your guide. Sometimes it is the very thing holding you back. And the moment you learn to question it, you take back control of your life. 7. Strong emotional ending and CTA. Years later, Daniel looked back at his life, and he understood something very clearly. The biggest obstacle he ever faced was not the world, not money, not opportunity. It was the quiet voice inside his own head. The voice that said, "Wait, not today. You can't." But the moment he stopped believing that voice, everything started to change. So remember this, your mind will always try to keep you comfortable, but growth begins the moment you stop believing every thought it gives you. And maybe